How's it going, guys? Today I thought I'd do something a little bit different. We're going to be doing a Yu-Gi-Oh! Main characters tier list based on what I consider to be their skill levels along with their sort of win-to-loss ratios. I'm going to be ranking all of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters that have made it onto this list. Now, of course, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a very big cast of characters, so I won't be able to include all of them. So what I have done is I've got the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains. I have chosen 15 characters from each one of those series. I start with obviously the main characters, the main rivals, then I get all of the close friends of the main characters that are sort of the main supporting cast, and then if there's still some room left over, I've gone with some of the main villains from the series. There's gonna be a lot of characters missing from this list, and I'm very sorry, but I didn't want to make this over 100 characters video because we'd be going a bit too long, so I thought I'd stick to the mains. So sorry about that. Quick disclaimer before we start. I have watched all of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. I know quite a lot about Yu-Gi-Oh! However, my weakest areas of Yu-Gi-Oh! Are Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal as well as Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, with Zexal probably being the worst one. Zexal I didn't watch all the way through. I've just watched splatterings of it here and there, whereas Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, I got about 80% of the way there, and I just never finished it, even though I know how it ends and everything. So keep that in mind. And the other big thing is this tier maker website has loads of problems with trying to get these images to load. They just don't seem to want to load. So you'll notice some like repeated images. I had a big list and then it all went on, and then like 13 of the characters I picked went missing, and I'm trying to scroll through them all to see which ones didn't make it in. So just forgive me if some characters weren't in. I'll add it later or something like that. But yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get into the list. So let's first start with the main character of the first series, which is technically two characters. We have Yami Yugi and Yugimoto. Let's start with Yami Yugi first. So Yami Yugi is of course an S-tier character. He is the original main character. He played a whole lot of duels throughout the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters series. He won 99% of them all as well. The only losses he really had was just like surrenders. However, a little bit to do with that was Yugimoto's sort of getting him to surrender as well. He only lost to Yugimoto in the final episode of the series, and we'll get to my thoughts and opinions on that in a minute. But the only other loss that he had throughout the series that I can think of on the top of my head that was a legit loss was against Raphael in the Seal of Aricalcos arc. Now, some people argue that Seal of Aricalcos corrupted him in this duel, and that is why he lost, so it shouldn't count. Plus, it's not an official season of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, like it's not based on the manga, it's sort of like an anime created season. Regardless, I'm going to count that as a loss against Raphael. So even with that though, that is a fantastic track record. I don't really need to explain why Yami Yugi is an S-tier character, but Yami Yugi is S-tier. So let's move on to his other half, which is Yugimoto. I've just got to find it now. So here's Yugimoto. Now, keep in mind that characters on this list assume they're at their prime throughout anything. So this probably would be the Dark Side of Dimensions Yugi or the Final Season Yugi. Now, I'd love to put Yugi in S-tier, but I think that little Yugi is only in A. S-tier Yami Yugi has the ability of his Millennium Puzzle as well, and apparently that Millennium Puzzle gave him kind of a luck boost, according to the lore of the series, which obviously amplifies him, because Yami Yugi was so good he was able to see his cards. He just willed cards into existence, which made him OP. Yugi doesn't have that ability though, but he has held his own against many characters, many big characters as well, like against Bakura as a really big duel for him. And in the most recent movie that's come out, Dark Side of Dimensions, when he was playing against Diva, he wasn't actually able to defeat Diva by himself without a little bit of help from the Pharaoh sort of coming in. There's going to be some spoilers, by the way, on this list, so keep that in mind. So Yugi has lost through surrendering a few times where he's gave up on purpose, usually to help people like Seto Kaiba and against Rebecca. However, some people will probably say, well, he should be S-tier because he beat Yugi. Now, I'm going to say that Yugi was the only person that could beat Yami Yugi because of his, like, really intimate knowledge of Yami Yugi. So I honestly think it's a bit more that Yugi was kind of built up to be the final antagonist for Yami Yugi, rather than someone that just wandered in and fought against Yami Yugi and beat him. So I honestly think Yugimoto is an A-class character, so I'm just going to leave him there. We might move people up later on the list. So let's move over now to Yu-Gi-Oh! GX's main character, which is Jaden Yuki, or Yuki Judai, as some people would call him. This is Jaden from the final series. He's fused with Yubel. He has his ultimate deck that he currently has. I'm just going to put him in A tier for now, because that's what I think he should be. He's a main character. He's played a lot of duels throughout the series. He was almost unbeatable, but then he went against Zane Truesdale and lost. He never actually beat Zane in the end. I think he got a draw against him. He lost against Aster Phoenix. He lost in... when he took on the persona of the Supreme King, he didn't lose, but he did get a draw. And then when he took on Yugioh, he did become a lot stronger, and he was able to take on one of the most powerful enemies I think we've seen in the series, the Darkness. But I wouldn't put him in S tier. I mean, he is a fantastic deck. I love the versatility of the elemental heroes. You guys have probably know how good they are. They still see play nowadays. I can't bump him up into S class because I don't think he's done anything too broken. So I think Jaden is going to be an A. And I'm quite happy with that. I'm quite happy with an A there. Next up, we have Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. We have Yusei Fudo. Yusei Fudo is a more mature main character that we've seen. And he's a very, very good duelist. In fact, I'm pretty sure Yusei, apart from losing against Kalin Kessler, which this is another like Raphael situation, I'm sure was about to lose, but then he fell off his D wheel, so the duel was like disqualified. However, he would have technically lost that duel. Yusei is the first one that I think could go into S tier here because he does have a very good ace monster. How about we check the records now? Let's see how Yusei Fudo's win-to-loss ratio is. So all my resources now are going to come from Yu-Gi-Oh! Wikia. So these are all the duels that Yusei Fudo is in. As you can see, majority of them are wins. We have a loss in his flashback against Jack Atlas. Win, win, win. He's played a lot of duels. No result, win, win, win. Win, win, no result, win, win, win. I can't see any losses on there apart from a flashback. That might have been when they're kids. I think this is when he lost his... wasn't that... He chose to lose that one? I actually can't remember. You know what? I'm going to give Yusei an S tier because... yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Yusei, pretty much undefeatable. If I'm forgetting any losses that he's had throughout the series, I don't know. But he has a very versatile deck. And he's a cool, mature character with some... because he's like 17 or 18 in the series. So that is a plus, if I'm honest with you. So, you know what? I'm happy with that. Yusei Fudo, S tier. Now moving on to Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, we have Yuma Tsukumo, sorry. Yuma started off as a trash duelist. However, at the end of the series, he was able to take on Astral. He has a lot of losses under his belt. And I mean a hell of a lot compared to other main characters of the series. I want to put him in B. I feel like he could be an A if you go from the very end of the series onwards. He has a really good deck. But then at the end of the series, he pretty much loses the majority of his number monsters, doesn't he, to Astral, because they're mainly his. The majority of the series as well is Yuma playing... Astral is playing through Yuma, basically giving him tips and tricks. And he does get the ability to manifest cards at his will, which is... wow, it's a strong skill. A very strong skill to have. And number monsters, Xyz monsters are very strong. Oh man, I think I'll annoy people wherever I put Yuma. Like, I don't think he's D. He's nowhere near D. He's nowhere near C. I think he definitely started off as a D character. Throughout the series, he moved up slowly. It's just how high up he moved. He definitely didn't move up to S. It's just whether he moved up to A or B. I'm going to keep him in B. B's still good. We'll see where the list goes on. I'm just going to leave him in B for now for Yuma Tsukumo. I don't think he's as good as Jaden and Yugi at the moment. So after Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, we have Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. Yuya Sakaki. Yuya Sakaki is an interesting character because he has the potential of having one of the strongest decks in the entire series. It's powerful. He has some of the most powerful extra deck monsters I've ever seen from a main character. But he did take a lot of losses. And it took him a while to get to where he was because he had to build up his deck for over the series. This is a character that could also be in the B category as well. He relies a lot on action cards as another thing. But let's see what Yuya's win-to-loss ratios is. This could be another one that could be quite interesting. Yuya Sakaki, see we have some wins, loss, win, 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 win. Lots of wins, loss, loss, no result, draw. Win, no result. I mean, it's majority lose, partially controlled by Zark. It's about probably like an 89% win-to-loss ratio there. But he has lost. But it's just then we're just going to probably go in terms of his deck ability. And his deck was good. His pendulum cards. But the pendulum cards were strong back then as well. I'm going to keep him in A. I think he's an A-class character as well. So after Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, we have Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains. Yusaku is another older character. He's about 17, 16, I think, in this. He's very mature, and to my knowledge, I don't think he's lost yet. I'm going to put him straight into A. I don't know whether he's good enough to be an S tier. He has nothing in particular like amazing about himself because obviously Yugi can manifest cards at his will. He can bring the cards he wants to his hand whenever he wants them. Yusei had that ability where he could the signer mark. He did something, didn't he? Something along them lines. Yusaku doesn't actually have anything like that. It's his partner who has the ability to use the link thing to get link cards. But Yusaku hasn't lost. Let's check that one as well. So, apart from his flashbacks, which were all losses, since then he's all wins, draw, wins, 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 draw, wins, 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 draw. So he's currently all wins with only draws so far. And we do have this series is still ongoing, so his potential could still go up, and then he could lose against spoilers, I at the moment. So that's going to be something quite interesting. I'm going to keep him in A for now, with the potential that he could definitely move up and down throughout the rest of the series. So that then, guys, is all of the main characters so far. So let's start with the rivals to the main characters. Let's start with Seto Kaiba. Seto Kaiba straight away is an A-class character. I'd love to put him in S. I think him from Dark Side of Dimensions could be an S-tier character as well, because he's hella strong. His deck is powerful. You know Blue Eyes decks are always good, but the problem with Kaiba, he's kind of the Vegeta to Goku. He never seems to surpass who he's trying to beat. And he never really admits... Does he ever admit that Yugi is just a better duelist? Does he do that in the final season? I actually can't remember. Kaiba's a great character. I love Kaiba's motivation. He's serious. He always adapts his deck. He's nowhere near... he's the highest point of an A. He just can't get into that S tier, I don't think. I think Kaiba as an A is perfect. So... Yugioh GX's rival. Oh god, who would I put for Yugioh GX rival? The Yugioh GX rival's a bit weird. I'm going to go with Chaz, I guess. I'm going to put him straight into B. He's a character that adapted his deck throughout the series. However, he suffered a lot of losses. However, those losses built him up to be a better duelist, just like Yuma. I don't think his Ojama deck in the final season is that good, though. I mean, if you watch that undubbed final season of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, he does become a pro duelist in the end. He goes under the wing of Aster Phoenix, which, while we're talking about Aster Phoenix, let's get him involved in this. So Aster Phoenix was someone that did beat Jaden in the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX series. I think he could be an A-class character. He's actually really strong in Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 as well. Those Destiny heroes can be quite strong. Destiny heroes are more stronger, I think, on Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links than they are in the actual TCG. But they have an amazing draw engine. Aster had a lot of wins. He had a couple of losses, but it was majority wins. I feel bad though. I wouldn't put Aster and Seto in the same category. Maybe I should move these two down to C, and then move Aster down to B. Oh no, I think this is how it's going to work. I'm going to move Chaz down to C. Oh, maybe I should have made more categories. I didn't want to go too high. I should have had an E. E for like awful. There we go. We have a new class. We have E. So what I'm going to do is, unfortunately, I'm going to move these two down. I'm going to move Aster down one. Okay, I'm happy with that. Oh, I feel bad for Yuma. Oh, maybe Yuma should be a B. He's got so many losses. Oh, I'm going to keep him in B. That's fine. Right, Zane Truesdale, another rival to the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, Jaden Yuki. Never actually beat him. Zane was never beaten, and Zane is my favourite character. He has my favourite deck of all time, the Cyber Dragons. We all know how powerful Cyber Dragons are. If it was my personal bias, I'd put him straight in S because I love him. I think he's awesome. However, he lost against Aster Phoenix really badly. And then he went through a massive losing streak against just nobodies, really. And then he got his Cyber Dark deck, which I didn't really like, so I wouldn't really put him up. And then he started winning again. He had the best duel of all time against Yubel, which I would put him back up to A. However, he's had a few losses. Mate, I'm putting Zane in A. No, I'm not. Oh, I should put him in B, shouldn't I? I want Zane to be in A. His deck's really good, but he has lost. And I didn't like his deck in the middle, and it sort of broke him towards the end. Yeah, I'm going to keep Zen in B, even though I think he's amazing. He's one of the best characters of all time. Right, I'm just going to go through characters now a little bit quicker because we kind of got some of the biggest ones. Oh no, we have some really big characters down here. Sorry. Reggie Akaba. Reggie Akaba is on par with Yugioh. I would say Reggie might even be better than Yugioh, even though Yugioh beat him at the end of the series. Reggie is a fantastic character. Reggie could almost go into S tier there. He's such a good character. And I think Reggie has a alternative character in another series, which is Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains, which is Revolver. And if I can find Revolver, I'll put him on the list. We found our first character that's gone missing, but luckily I have the Knights of Hanoi here, which does have a picture of Revolver on as well. Pretend that's just Revolver. That is Revolver in A class as well. If I was going to judge the Knights of Hanoi separately and then have Revolver in A, the Knights of Hanoi would probably go like C, with Spectre being at B. Revolver's someone that could go to almost go to S. I might put these in order of... I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put the A-class characters in order of how good I think they are at the very end. We'll just put everyone into their categories and then sort that out later. So let's just blast through these, shall we? Astral, A-class, easy. Yubel, B-class. I thought she was good. Rin from Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, C. Tetsu Trudge, D. Rex and Weevil. They did nothing but lose. I would say Rex is more of a E-Duelist. I know he's a pro, but like in the context of the series. Weevil, I would only rate him higher because he's willing to cheat to get further ahead, which technically makes him a better duelist if he's cheating and winning. But he's cheating and losing still. So I'm going to put these two in D class as well. Marik Ishtar. Marik Ishtar is an interesting character because he's one of the biggest villains in the series, one of the most memorable, but he wasn't that good of a duelist, really. Like, he was good. He was going to lose to Joey Wheeler if Joey didn't pass out, and I don't know if that duel against Yami Yugi never got concluded, but he did beat Mai. I'm going to put Marik in it as a B because he almost lost to Joey as well. Bronx Stone, I don't remember many of Bronx moves. I'm just going to put him in an E. Sorry, Bronx, you're an E. Bruno, I forgot what his Japanese name, Bruno, was. He had a pretty good, strong deck. He had a TG deck, right? I remember playing a TG deck in real life. I'm going to put it in C. The Professor was this hyped-up villain from Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. Was meant to be amazing. He actually sucked as a duelist. He had a decent deck, but I don't think as a duelist he was very good. So I'm going to put him in D as well. He was a disappointment. Spoilers for the most recent series of Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains. We haven't seen much of I so far. However, he's wiped out all of the Knights of Hanoi. He's wiped out Ghost Girl. He's wiped out Blood Shepherd. So he has the potential to be up here in A. However, this is an ongoing series. I'm only so many episodes into the latest one. So I'm going to keep him in B at the moment. So I think he has the potential to be one of the strongest. Akiza Izaniski, I like Akiza a lot, but she did lose a lot. And then she didn't duel the majority of the time. And her deck didn't evolve too much as well. So I'm going to keep Akiza as a C for now. Adrian Gecko, he had a Cloud deck. He was able to beat Chaz. And then he moved on to an Exodia deck. But then he still lost against Yubel. Yeah, I think where he was and where Chaz ends up, we're probably on par with Chaz ahead. Yeah. Anna Kaboom, D. I like her train deck, I will admit. Aporia, I don't remember Aporia very well. He did have a strong deck. I'm just going to throw him into C. Because he was a main villain, but he only had, like, one big duel, right? Aqua, did Aqua duel by herself? I can't remember. The only duel I remember her contributing towards was the one with Blue Maiden, and they lost, so D. Axel Brody. Axel was strong. But he wasn't too strong. C. Bastion Misawa. Mate, he gave a big talk. He knew how to strategize, but he never really pulled through when it was needed. D. D for Bastion. I'm sorry, Bastion. Blue Maiden. Blue Maiden's gone through loads of personas. Blue Maiden, Blue Girl, Blue Woman. I forgot what the last one was. Her Blue Girl one was probably my favorite persona of her. And she doesn't utilize her trick stars like normal human beings do. I don't think she's that good of a duelist. She loses most of the time as well. I'm going to put her in C. If she knew how to... She uses trick stars. Trick stars are really strong. If she knew how to use them properly, she could be an A. But the fact of the matter is she doesn't. Bowman. Bowman played a lot of duels throughout the series. He never beat Yusaku, but he was on par with him, and he's the first character to get out a Link 5 monster. I think he could be a B. Yeah, alright then, a B. Brave Max. Brave Max I added to this list for lols, but he's the only character I have ever seen in a Yu-Gi-Oh series actually brick. He draws like all level 8 monsters in his first opening hand, which I thought was funny. So I'm going to put him at E. Evil Carly Carmine with her advanced Fortune Ladies. Fortune Ladies getting new support soon. I don't remember getting too many wins. It was a good deck. And what was her Earthbender Mortal? Was it Asclepioscu, the hummingbird? I'm going to put her in C. I think she's a C. Kathy Catherine. I don't remember her doing much. I don't remember her losing much though either. Guess she lost the main character. E. Sorry, Kathy. Serena, or Selena, depending on what you watch on. Out of all the Yuzu incarnates, I thought she was the best one. She was the most serious, and she had a pretty good deck as well. I'm going to put her in B. I don't think she was good enough to get into A, but she was pretty good. She's pretty damn good. I just don't think her deck was amazing. It was the Lunar Lights, wasn't it? The like cat girl things. I know there is like an OTK potential with them. Number... Oh, I forgot this one. It's Dark Mists. He was kind of cool, but nothing too special. C. He's a C character. Darts. Darts dueled twice. He dueled against... No, he dueled once. He dueled against... Oh no, he dueled twice. He dueled against Raphael, then he dueled against Kaiba and Yugi, right? I think Darts is a weak duelist with a very powerful card. The fact that he had Leviathan and the Great Serpent, whatever the other card was called, and the Seal of Orichalcos is what really boosted him up. But I guess that makes him a part of him. So I'm going to put him in B. B, why not? My Valentine. Main character. Lost a lot. Didn't really change a deck too much over the series. I think she's a C character. I'm sorry. Yeah, and you even cheated and you still lost. Yeah, mine's a C. I'm sorry. We've done Reggie. That's a duplicate. Dextra. Dextra is kind of cool. I like Dextra. She had a Photon deck, right? Photon Papyroperative, that bird, butterfly thing. She was quite good. I think she was Yeah, I thought she was one of the more gifted duelists. Her and Nistro. I think I'd give them both Bs. About on par with... yeah, I'd say that. Maximilian Pegasus with his Toon deck. I think he's a B with his Millennium Eye as well. Definitely a B. Crowler. Crowler had a really powerful deck. He did lose a lot though. C. Crowler's deck, Ancient Gears, are really powerful. He's a case of this gal right here. If he knew how to use his deck fully and properly, he'd be better. I don't like Go on Izuka. I think Go on Izuka is a D-class character. His Dino Wrestler deck is really good. I just don't like him as a person. I think his mentality is I think he's got some problems, man. He doesn't know what he's doing. So I think he's a D-class character. I don't care if you're a main character. Grace and Gloria. Grace and Gloria are on here because I really like these two characters. They play gladiator beasts. They don't do too much. I'm going to put them in D. I just wanted them on this list because I like them a lot. So yeah, D. They could go to C. They could go to C. But D. D. Chumley. E. You suck. Yami Bakura. B. I don't think he's an A, Yami Bakura. Yami Bakura lost a lot. He lost to Marek. He lost to Yugi a lot. He lost to Little Yugi. I think he's a B. He's a B. Jack Atlas. King. Fan favourite character. I think he's an A. Jack Atlas and Yugi. I think he's as good as the main characters. Would you agree? I think so. I think he's either a lower A, mid to low A, or the highest B, I think. We'll sort that out a bit later. Jim Crocodile Crook. He has an interesting deck, which has never been made fully in real life. But he has that that one monster that if it's on the field, your opponent can't special summon monsters, which I always thought was really good. As well, he was the only character to take down the Supreme King. Technically, it was a draw, but he was the person to do it. I think he's a B. I just don't think we saw enough of Jim. I think if we saw more of his duels... In fact, did he have all wins? Did he have all wins apart from one draw? Jim Crocodile Cook had win, win, draw, 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 win, win, loss against... Oh, you know he lost against the Supreme King. Am I getting mixed up with Axel Brody? Did Axel Brody draw against the Supreme King? He did! Oh! This changes everything. So, Jim, you can go down a peg to C. And where's Axel Brody gone? Have I already put Axel Brody on this list? There he is. Axel Brody, you can go up to B, mate. Congratulations. Yeah, Axel Brody was the one that drew against the Supreme King. So yeah, Axel's a B-class character for sure. Kagemaru, he used all 3 of the Sacred Beasts. C. Maybe even a D. I mean, he got them all out. That's kind of skillful. We'll put him in C. C. Kalin Kessler, I'm going to put him straight into A. He would have beat Yusei Fudo. I think he did beat Yusei Fudo technically. And he was the leader. Kalin was like as good as Yusei, I would say. But his just path in life sort of took him down. So I think Kalin could be an A. And I don't even know that much about the Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D series. I just know that. Kai Tenjo, I'm pretty sure Kai Tenjo never lost against Yuma Sukuma. I'm going to put Kai Tenjo in A. Let's quickly get up Kite's win-to-loss ratio. Kai Tenjo, win. Loss in a flashback. Win, 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 draw. Win, 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 no result. Loss against Vectrix. Win, 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 no result. Win, win, win. He didn't get worse. He got better, if anything. Vectrix was his probably biggest main loss. He never lost against Yuma. He beat Yuma. Oh, no result there. Yuma Tsukumo. Oh, no, he beat Yuma Tsukumo in episode 73 and 72 and 73. Yeah, I think that's a good spot for him. Tori Meadows, E straight away. She has no wins, just to let you all know. Leo and Luna were okay. They're D. I don't know which one would be better out of the two. What's weird about Taya Gardner is actually she does have a few wins. She should be higher on the list than Mai Valentine, technically. Where's Mai? She should be like there in C. But I'm going to put her in D, because I don't think she's as bad as Tori. In fact, I don't think some of these characters... If I've got Tori Meadows down here, I don't think these should be lower. I think we should have another... Oh, yeah, I think we do need another list. F tier. Sorry, gang. Yeah, I think that's much more accurate. Right, Zark, the bad boy. Zark had like 6 duels in a row where it was just win, 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 win. And then eventually he lost. I thought Zark had Zark. Supreme Dragon Zark. He's like either top of B or low A, I think. Is he as good as Yugi? Nah. I think he's a top of B. Top of B character, Zark. Raphael beat Yami Yugi, but then lost afterwards. Raphael is a low A. No. Raphael is a high B, I think. His Guardian Atos deck is really cool. I love his backstory. He's really driven. Yeah, he's a high B. He's a high B. Jesse Anderson with the Crystal Beasts and Rainbow Dragon. You are, sir. I think you're a high B. Crystal Beasts are great. Rainbow Dragon's awesome. If he had the newest Rainbow Dragon as well, I think he'd be really unstoppable. I don't mean competitively. I just mean they're like really cool. So yeah. So this is Ruri Kurosaki. I get a bit mixed up with the Yuzi ones. What did she play now? She played a bird deck. I forgot what her bird deck was. But she put up a good fight against Yugioh when he went berserk, but she lose to him. And she's never been shown to be that into dueling. In fact, she was shown in a flashback to lose. So I'm going to put her as a high C character there. Shark. Now, I have the 7 Variant Emperors here, and I just have Shark. I'm going to put Shark as his own. I don't think Shark was as good as Kite, but I think he is definitely high B material. Right? Because he definitely, towards the end of the series, was very, very strong. And I think when we're doing the 7 Variant Emperors as well, I'm going to put them as low B. All those were better than most of the characters below them. Shun Kurosaki, I think, is on par with A-class characters. His deck, the Raid Raptors, is amazing. He was very consistent. He didn't always win, but he was always really good. And I like Shun. Shun was a good character. Shun is an A. Faux show. Sherry LeBlanc. Sherry LeBlanc. Sherry LeBlanc is a high C or a low B. Low B. bit more female representation in this B. Yu-Gi-Oh! Isn't the kindest series to female characters. I'd love to put a female character in this A class, but the series just won't let me, unfortunately. And I want to. Maybe there's some other ones a bit later. We have Soulburner here. Soulburner has a very powerful deck in the real world, as you all know, with the Salomon Greats. And he's strong, and he does win, even though I think we're going to see some losses. We've seen a few losses from him. I think he's here. Let me move Yuma up to 3rd there. Well, again, I said I'll do that a bit later. We'll do that a bit later. Cyrus Truesdale. Cyrus Truesdale sucked at the start of the series. And if I'm going to go by the end of the series, where he's got half a Cyber Dragon, Cyber Dark, and Roid deck, I think he is high C. I don't think he was ever good, if I'm honest with you. Sorry, Cyrus. Team Unicorn. I know nothing about Team Unicorn. I'm just going to throw them in a low C. Ghost Girl. Ghost Girl I like a lot. I really like her Altergeist deck a bit. I don't love it. She's my favourite female character out of the entire Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. I think she's really well done. But her deck and her playstyle, I don't think she's got many wins. And I think those wins are what's important. So I'm going to have to put a mid-C character. Sorry, Ghost Girl. Tristan Taylor. I'm going to put you next to Taylor there, unfortunately. Crow. Crow was good. Blackwing decks. Blackwing decks are always viable. Blackwing decks are always good. So I think he's right here with Asta Phoenix over here. Would he be better than Asta? I think so. I think he's better than Asta. Yeah. I think that's about right place for him. Oh, I found Revolver. There's Revolver. So Revolver goes there. The Knights of Hanoi can go in bottom B. Windy. Windy only dueled like 2 or 3 times. He wasn't the best. He was okay. He can go low C. Low C for you. Yuri. Yuri was awesome. Predaplant deck. He used an Ancient Gear deck for the lulz. He was just a good duelist in general. I think he is behind Kyber, behind you, behind you. Is he behind Astral? Is he behind Jack Atlas? I think he's about there. I think. Yuto. Yuto is another good character with another good deck. However, he lost early against his other half. Which, I've just found a character we're missing. We're missing Yugioh. So I'll put Yugioh somewhere. Yuto can go low B. If Yugioh was still on this list, I would put him somewhere around here as well. Higher up than Yuto. Yugioh did well. Yugioh had a good deck. Especially with Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Yuzu. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuzu. You did okay. But I think you're a high D character. Oh, I feel bad putting you there. She didn't win much. She's kind of like Mai. Or maybe I'll put her as low C again. She can go next to... just under Mai Valentine. She did evolve a deck, which I did like. Zone. Zone had a strong deck. I think he's a high C, though. He's a final antagonist. Low B, low B, low B. Kite Tenjo, you're already on there. Joey Wheeler. We haven't done Joey yet? Oh, Joey Wheeler. I can't put Joey in A because he relied too much on luck. And he lost a lot. Joey is a B tier character. Unfortunately. He's not near the top. I don't think he'd beat Zane. I don't think he'd beat Ubel. He could have beat Marek, so I feel like I should put him higher than Marek, but he didn't. He passed out. I don't think he'd beat I don't think he'd beat Bowman. I don't think he'd beat Axel. I don't think he'd beat Selena. Did he beat Darts? He didn't even stand. I'm going to put him here, just below Darts. Sorry, Joey. You'll be. Yes, this is all duplicates down here now. So that is the initial tier list to start with. I guess I could arrange them a little bit. I think that's the right order there. I definitely think Yugi should be first. Jaden, Yuya, Yusaku. Yusaku can come up over you. Kaiba can come up over you 3. Reggie can also come up. Revolver can come up. Revolver still has stuff to prove. Astral could probably come up. I don't know if he's like one of the main characters, right? When you think of me being savage on Yuma over here, keep in mind that Astral is still in the A-class tier. I guess Jack was better than Yuri. Kalin. I wish we saw more of Kalin. I'd put him higher. Kiting these two. I think that's fine. Something like that. I think that's pretty accurate. there. I'm quite happy with my S, quite happy with my A. B. Yeah. B I'm fine with. I wouldn't change that too much. C. Yeah, Stars can go at the top. You can go there. Chaz. Alright. You have a really strong deck. I just wish you dueled more. Akiza. Ghost Girl. Wendy, you can move up a little bit. You can go past Kagimaru. D class. Yeah, you were quite good. No, you never got any better. Professor had a good deck. You were rubbish, though. And I could win. E tier. What? Bronk. You can go up above you. I actually don't know who was worst out of Tristan. Tristan lost. I'm going to say, yeah, there we go. Guys, that is my Yu-Gi-Oh! Tier list for the anime characters that made it onto this list. Unfortunately, I couldn't do everyone, so I hope you enjoyed the video regardless. I'd love for you all to let me know what you thought of my choices in the comment section below. Would you agree with it? Would you disagree? Who do you specifically disagree with? Who would you bump up? So yeah, so there's my S, A, B, C, D, and E, and F. Guys, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.